Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. This is a reading for Scorpio. Let's see what's coming in the new year, what you can expect. Yeah, I do see the need for patience. Some of you aren't putting all your eggs in one basket, but you're hoping something pays off. Yeah, I see a Cancer energy. So there is a person of interest. I do think this is someone who's confident, they have self-control. Some of you have lost interest and taken your power back from someone too. But you have a person of interest. Yeah. I do feel it's an energy of someone who has confidence, self-control, determination to succeed. You've got a new person. Yeah. Some of you have lost interest. You've taken your power back, and it could be this person, but you have a person determined to succeed. You have something new as you move into the new year. Yeah, someone who's calm and patient. There's a need for patience. Someone who's different than your usual type, but it's whether they're your type or not. They are positive. They are high vibrational. They're ready for something new. They feel confident. Yeah, this person kind of feels like you're their type. But I do see some of you taking a step back. Yeah, taking a little step back. See, I feel like some of you have lost interest. You were very patient with someone, but I feel, Scorpio, here's your energy, the Queen of Wands. This is your Mars energy. Patience. Yeah, patience. It's not your best thing. Just like Aries. Yeah, you know what you want, though, and that's what I feel. There's someone here you've lost interest in. They're not your type, and then you have another person. I do think you're being cautious, careful what you wish for. Yeah, you've had some player-like energy. You're making sure this is someone not like the other type. And if it feels off, it feels off, right? Yeah, but it's an energy of being patient. I see a little test in the water. I do think there's someone who could try to come back in and play. Okay, a little bit of player energy. Yeah, but this is an energy where all isn't what it seems. I do think you're feeling a little insecure too, because you've been played and you're looking to see if something is off. Yeah, but I do see good news. Yeah, I see online dating, social media. There are a lot of players. Yeah, but I do think it is an energy of yourself feeling a little insecure about whether someone's your type or not. Yeah, but there's good news. All isn't what it seems, because I feel like you've let someone go. You're looking to see if this is someone like someone else. That's what I feel. Because there's good news. I see joyous times, opportunities. Tell me about temperance. I see Cancer, Leo, Sagittarius, some Pisces energy. See, taking a step back. See, it's about looking at things from a different perspective. So you're changing your perspective of someone here too, of your type, the type of person you're attracting. I do think this is someone who's your type. They're happy, they're positive, they're someone new. Yeah, you have a person here, I feel, who's not your type. They may make up a lot of excuses. But I do see someone asking you to go out for coffee. So I feel like you're looking at everybody like they're a player. All isn't always what it seems, but I kind of feel like it's yourself. Maybe you feel that there's someone who's a little insecure, but if you got someone who's telling you stories, always listen to the story someone tells you. The poor me, the story, they paint a picture. So that's what I feel how you're going to be able to tell too. Yeah, you got a person here who's going to make up excuses. Yeah, someone who's not your type, but yeah. But always remember, sometimes people just start off very slow. Do you want to go for a cup of coffee? I see having a good time, getting out, being social. Yeah, there's some kind of good news. Yeah, you're seeing the bigger picture. And I do feel you've changed your focus. And I do feel there's just a lot of players out there. A little insecure, maybe putting yourself out there because of it, but you're going to see the bigger picture. I do see you moving towards happiness. Yeah, you have a whole new cycle. I feel like you got this, things are starting to go in your favor. You're seeing someone in a more favorable light. Yeah, I feel like you dealt with players here. So I feel like you've lost interest. You've taken back your power. You're now seeing things from a different perspective. But I definitely see two people checking each other out here. Yeah. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you've changed your focus. I feel like you're not focusing on that. You're just doing you. Yeah, see a whole new chapter change. You're moving on. You may have a person who tries to sneak their way back in, to be honest, where they come in, maybe apologize. See, this is where you're going. This is where you've been. It's about moving on. See, this is change. This is you going through change, something that's changed you forever. But things are going to start going in your favor. Yeah, it's an energy of getting together with someone. There's opportunity, a gathering where people spend money. It's long-term stability. Yeah, I do think you've dealt with someone who just come up with a lot of excuses. And I do feel like everybody you look at, you feel is a player. There's some unfounded fear here too, a little unfounded fear. You're afraid of being played because it's like you're looking at everyone like a player. Because I feel there's been deceived. Somebody's been playing games with you. Yeah. But I feel like you're moving on from this. You're leaving this behind. There's change. Things are going in your favor. And I do think you know that there's someone here who will never change. They may have regret, come in and apologize. They will not change. You are changing. Yeah. Tell me about this person. Let's look at this person, this new. Yeah. Someone who comes in right. Ah, nice. So the new person comes in right. They're ready to cooperate and compromise. It's about compatibility. See the things that you have in common. But you're going to go down this path. See, talking, collaborating. I do see other people here, and I do feel like you're going to deal with some player types, but you're going to see it. You're going to know. Yeah, I feel like you're just changing your focus. You're just focused on this. There's definitely opportunity here. And I do see this energy of things going in your favor. Someone who's reliable, a person who's there through thick and thin. See a supportive partner. Yeah, someone who's more compatible. I do see you focusing a lot on your work. You're being grounded. I feel like you no longer see a future with someone. Yeah. I feel like you're having unfounded fear that everyone you connect with is a player. And I feel like it's making you feel a little insecure. I do think you're spending a lot of time alone, but there's someone here it's an energy of change. Something that's changed you forever. Yeah, there's a person who will never change. Yeah. It could be they come in and apologize with regret. Not to know. I see you spending some time at home, focusing on home, your work. Yeah. Can I say you're overcoming this? Okay. Yeah, you got multiple opportunities coming in, but you've been there, done that with someone. You're taking your passion energy elsewhere. I see you getting multiple opportunities. See people coming in very fast. And that's why I feel like everyone looks like a player. Yeah. But I see opportunity come in, things speeding up. I see a busy time ahead. I see a lot of happiness. Just kind of doing you. I feel like you're doing you. Kind of focusing on home, spending time at home and your work, keeping yourself busy, and then opportunities coming in. Yeah, you're single, you live alone. Someone's been checking you out. They like what they see. See, you're looking out for yourself. You're very independent. See, this is your independence. You've taken your power back from someone. Yeah, you're manifesting what you desire. You have all the tools. You have everything you need to manifest your desire. So there is an energy of manifesting someone here. Yeah. I do see things moving quickly, multiple opportunities, but this is you seeing truth in a situation. Yeah, win-win for you. Things are starting to go in your favor. You're going to have some little moments here with the Hanged Man energy where you kind of go, aha. This person could try to come back around, but it's telling you to keep moving on. You have a whole new chapter. Yeah, you got a person who's looking for attention. The grass is always greener on the other side, but you're breaking free. It's a breakthrough. Yeah. Yeah, you're seeing the truth in a situation. So someone who plays games, they manipulate. They just come in when they want attention. Yeah, well, you're getting attention elsewhere. And in fact, this person has regrets too if they find out you're getting a lot of attention from other people. Yeah, you got an Emperor coming in. Yeah, so you're breaking free, you're moving on. from a player. You have been dealing with players. I do feel like you have an Emperor here who's definitely not interested in that either. This person feels confident. They have self-control. They're determined to succeed. Win-win. Yeah, you're going to be speaking your truth too. So you're coming out of this wise. Yeah, you're being more discerning. It is telling you to kind of, don't be afraid to speak your truth. But I do see you cutting someone out. I do see you questioning this person. Yeah, you're seeing truth. I do see this energy of cutting someone out, speaking your time, moving on. It's an energy of having to make a decision. Yeah, you've walked away. See, you're telling someone you've walked away from a situation. It wasn't emotionally fulfilling, but it's what you're looking for. You may be talking to someone about what they're looking for. You want to know what their intentions are. Trust me here. You have experience. You're going to be able to spot those players. And I do feel that energy of dealing with players and walking away. But it's what you're looking for. Yeah. I see you have opportunity, and I do see someone here knows a good thing when they see it. You're not afraid. You speak clearly. You're speaking truth. But I do feel it's kind of like, watch your words just a little bit here. Okay? Yeah. I do think there is some insecurities here about people being players, so that's why I feel you've learned a lot of lessons here. And you see opportunity, and I do think you have multiple opportunities. This person here, this Emperor, sees opportunity too. Yeah. Who is the Emperor? Who is the Emperor? Who is this person? Because there's opportunity. Yeah? This is someone who wants to go on a date. It's an energy of someone puts in effort. Yeah, but it's an energy of not taking things to the next level. Yeah. See, some of you definitely, and it doesn't mean it's not gonna, it's because I see a situation that's not going the distance. Some of you have dealt with someone who's a player. It's not going to go anywhere, and you're going to see that. So you could be the one speaking your truth, but there's opportunity. Some of you have multiple opportunities. Yeah. Options, keeping your options open. You're definitely not interested in someone who treats you like an option, so it has to do with two people coming together. You're going to have a conversation with this person. Yeah, see, what goes on between you stays between you, but it's also an energy of trusting your inner knowing. So I do feel there's someone who comes in, and I do think you know from experience it's not going to go anywhere. But like I say, I feel because you have been played, you have some insecurities about, because all isn't always what it seems, right? So this is why I feel like you're speaking truth. You want to know what somebody wants, what they're looking for. I do think you're, moving on here from a situation. This is a whole new chapter. Yeah, you have a person who's emotionally available. It's someone who's looking for the same thing. You might just share some experience with this person, but like I say, you're going to have to make a decision. Your intuition's going to guide you. You already know the answers you're seeking. If you have a person who comes back in, the grass is always greener. If they don't get what they want from you, they're going to get it from someone else. Yeah, it's about learning when someone's emotionally available and mature. So I do think you've had a power struggle with someone because I feel like you're losing interest. You've taken back your power, but at the same time, you've got this person coming in. There's change. See, it's an energy of time to move along now. Yeah. Thank you, but no thank you. You've lost interest. You're no longer interested. But I do feel if you indulge this person, someone who, and you're not chasing too. Don't chase. Yeah, you're not chasing. I think there's someone who's going to try to manipulate you to get you to chase after them because you're getting attention from other people. But it's about recognizing players, and that's why I kind of feel all isn't what it seems. You could have a person who comes in and they could mirror the other person because of your type, the type of people you're attracting, players. But you're coming out of this wise, and you're going to have to make a decision. But I do feel it is an energy of being patient, giving a person a chance to figure out how they feel. Okay, it's all about not rushing someone, not sharing too much information too fast. In other words, watch your words. Yeah, see, it's under you're trusting your inner knowing. See, it's about all these things that you're learning about when someone's emotionally available, not just somebody who tells you what you want to hear. Because I do feel like you've dealt with player types. And I do think you're going to have a little unfounded fear because of this person. But thank you, but no thank you. Yeah, you're not going to take this person's cup, their excuses, their story. Always listen to the story. The person that paints the picture. And you could have a picture in your head too, like where you start to... I feel a lot of this is your own insecurity because of this. Tell me about this Six of Wands. You are breaking free. You are breaking free. And you have this a new opportunity here. So someone who sees opportunity, they know a good thing when they see it. See, it's two of you. You're going to make some kind of connection here. Yeah, the other person's someone who rushes in and runs away. So you don't pressure, no pressure. Because this is all about the right person waits till someone's ready to tell someone how they feel. So if you have a person coming in, you're getting a lot of opportunity. You may be feeling like someone's a player, but remember, it's about pressure. Someone who rushes in quick and runs away because they feel pressured. So don't pressure anyone. Yeah, and that's what I feel. And you could be feeling that way because I see the tables turning. Things are going in your favor. So you've got some good luck here. Yeah, and it has to do with whether someone's your type or not. Yeah, you're going to make a connection. You're going to connect with someone. And I do think you're going to have some unfounded fears because of someone who rushed in and then runs away. They just come in when they want attention. So I do think you have some unfounded fears of player types. But it's about making a choice and recognizing and seeing. See, cooperating, compromising. See, if you got a person who comes in and they don't want to cooperate or compromise, they want you to bend over backwards to please them, fill my cup, and maybe. Okay? The energy of somebody who is all about exploring. Yeah, it's all fine to explore, but often people who come in that energy end up running away. And I feel like it's something that's already happened. Yeah, you're comparing one to the other. But I'm going to tell you, nothing compares to the King of Cups. A person who's emotionally ready. They're willing to cooperate and compromise. They're also looking for someone who's compatible. You know, someone who spends time with you. They want to do things with you. They just want to be with you. The other person, I feel, this is that comparing. And that's what I feel. You're going to be comparing one to the other. And you could even have a King of Cups who kind of is in that energy where they've been played. So it's about having the conversation. You're going to make a lovely connection here. And I do see friends first. Look at that. There it is. See, being open. This is something new. So you've got someone new. And they do come in right. But it's an energy of looking if this person's that type. And some of you are going to deal with some players. But you're going to see because you're wise now. Knowing your worth and your value. Yeah. You're only going to give a little bit. You want to get to know someone, to spend time to see if you're compatible. Tell me about this King of Cups. What does this King of Cups want? What does this person want? Oops, let me grab the small deck. What do they want? Ooh, they want harmony. Yeah, they want someone who's just right. They're fairly particular. And I wouldn't be surprised if this person, someone who's been played too, see the comparing one to the other, but nothing compares. Yeah. Yeah, so there is a bit of that insecurity. I feel it's two people who've both been played before. Yeah, but I really do feel you're going to go through a lot of change here. You're moving on. You're going to be discerning and be wise, but it's about being fair, making sure someone's right. This person comes in right. Nice. They come in right. See, harmony. They're fair. Yeah, there's harmony between you and this person. But it's when you see and recognize that somebody wasn't right for you, they weren't really your type. See, it's all about that. And I do think there is someone who's going to try to... I think there's someone checking you out online. I think it's someone you've already dealt with. They're going to come in. They have regret here. Yeah, but this is someone who come back in and they'll do the exact same thing again. It's a person where the grass is always greener. And that's what I feel. You are leaving a player behind. Yeah, somebody who's going to try to sneak their way back in. See, they manipulate or they try to get you to chase them. You're in your power. I feel like you're taking your power back from this person. You and the other person are going to cooperate and compromise. Any decisions made, you'll make them together. So it's an energy of, yeah, you've got an emperor. See, it's showing an emperor. Someone who's left all this kind of stuff behind here. Yeah, see, there's nothing that compares. Yeah, see, someone who comes in just right. And they're patient, too. They have confidence, self-control. See, that's what you're going to see. They're doing the same thing as you. You're going to mirror each other. You both might be feeling a little insecure at first, a little cautious, a little skeptical. But this person is definitely someone who's patient. They're tempering their passions, emotions. They see that you're their type. Yeah, see, there's a spark desire. It's all about choosing the one. I feel like, and I do feel a lot of this is yourself being open to this. Yeah, there's desire, there's an attraction. You're going to manifest each other, but you're mirroring where you're both feeling a little insecure because you've been played. But nothing compares to the King and Queen of Cups, the Emperor and the Empress. Yeah, moving on. See, this is two people going to spend time together and do things together. You're going to grow closer and learn. See, getting acquainted. Yeah, you're going to distance yourself from this other person. Time to move along now. Nothing to see. Not a girl. Yeah, so you no longer see a future with this person. And I do feel like you're learning to be patient, to let someone decide when they're ready. And just busy, I see focusing on work, your home, spending time alone, just keeping everything very balanced. In other words, you're prepared. And I actually feel like you're prepared for someone to try to come back around. But this is something that's changed you forever. So you're not the same person once you come out of this. But look at that, your marriage material. Nice. Yeah, you're going to block someone, push them away. You're not letting them in. But you're also very careful what you believe, because that's why I feel your sword's up. You're a little scared, a little skeptical. That's normal. So it is an energy of kind of taking a little time in between, too. Yeah. See, it's about being able to let your guard down. You're going to have a little trouble letting your guard down. See, it's about two people letting each other in. Yeah, but see, you're blocking someone. You're pushing them away. You're no longer interested. See, you're losing interest. You're bored of this person. You're tired of their games. They're immature. But this is about you doing you, looking into the future. You know what you want. And yeah, and you're single too. You've got this, it's like you're claiming your independence. But all this time in between, as you're leaving this person behind, you're going to spend time getting to know someone. Just moving forward calmly and peacefully, learning about each other. Yeah, so you're moving towards stability. It's about two people who are there through thick and thin. They're there for each other. And this is when you know there's someone who's just not going to be there for you. And if you're trying to compare one to the other, I can tell you nothing compares. But I almost feel like you're mirroring this other person. So you're both, I feel like, yeah. See, the people who tell stories, they paint a picture. But it's often the picture in someone's mind. Like, that's why I feel like you feel like your sword's up. You're protecting yourself. You're looking out for number one. Yeah, the story, the pictures people paint. Always listen to the story that people tell you. They feel sorry for me, poor me. And of course you're going to share some experience, but one of these people is emotionally unavailable. They're just here for the good times. They just want attention. Yeah, so you've got this beautiful opportunity, and it's likely someone checking you out, seeing you're giving attention to other people. So they're definitely going to regret it, but you know what? It's not your problem, because you are moving on. See, there's beautiful opportunity here. Yeah, two people who see opportunity together. I see you spending time with this person. Some of you might even move and relocate. But I'm seeing two single people coming together. Yeah, there's a situation coming to fruition. See, it's about while you're waiting, okay, for the right person to come in. It's telling you to prepare. And I feel like you are preparing. Yeah, moving on, distancing yourself from this person. Because it's something that isn't, I feel, it's never going to go anywhere. It's someone who's never going to change. Yeah, see, no longer talking or giving. Yeah, no longer talking or giving. They are going to reach out. I do think someone's going to reach out and try to tempt you. And I do see the energy of avoiding that temptation. It's not going to be easy. But be the Empress. You deserve better. Yeah, see, there you are. Oh, this is wonderful. You should be proud of yourself. You're achieving a goal. See, there's something you're going to achieve. And it is a breakthrough. And you are free to date, to play the field. Nice. Yeah, no more sketchy energy, player types. But yeah, you are going to cross paths with some player types. But you know your worth and your value here too, and you're not afraid to speak up. But it's saying to watch your words. Don't pressure anybody. Let this person come in when they're ready. Yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of disappointment. Some of you had a lot of disappointment, but I do think you have some trust issues now. And I do feel, like I say, a little time in between here. Yeah. See, things not turning out. It's a person who manipulates. They play games. See, you're not interested in playing games. And when you see it, you're going to call it out right away. But it is telling you to watch your words. Temper your words a little bit. Yeah, your sword's up. Don't push people away because of what someone else did. Yeah, you have a person who's stable. See, King and Queen of Pentacles partnering up. What you want is the same thing this other person's looking for. So I see you questioning, what are you looking for? What are you interested in? But I do think you need to let your sword down, because you could push somebody away because of what someone else did. You've had a lot of disappointments. Kind of the feeling of defeat, right? But you are defeating that beast. Part of it's the beast within yourself by not giving in to someone and feeding their ego. Stop feeding the beast. Yeah, see, you see in the bigger picture. See, you've got happiness. It's confirming. Getting yourself out there, emotional fulfillment. You deserve to be happy. You deserve better. This person plays games. They're a manipulator. But you're defeating them. See, it's killing their ego. But that's okay. That's what this person needs. That is what they need. They need that. They need their ego defeated. But, I mean, it's just an energy of a person who just comes in when they want attention. Definitely player types. And I do think you're going to deal with a few. I do think you're going to be discerning. I do think you're going to be cutting people out. I don't think you're going to waste a lot of time with anyone who tries to play or rush you into anything. This is two people, friends first, connecting. I do feel it'll go to the next level, but when you're ready. See, this person also knows to wait till you're ready. A person who's stable. See, they look ahead. This is someone who's also prepared. You got a person here who definitely, I think it's just a person who doesn't want any kind of commitment. It's just a person who just wants your attention, and they can't handle it when, you're not giving them the attention they want, their ego. But you are defeating the beast, and you've had enough disappointments. I feel like you've been disappointed enough by this person. And I do feel anyone who tries to play or mess with your head or manipulate, you're going to call it out. But this person, temper your words. See, kindness, compassion, you're going to leave all this behind. But being open to this person, beautiful, positive, high vibrational energy, leaving all this negativity behind. It's when you see, you see clearly, you're going to start to see things very clearly. How this person played you. And you're going to be able to see it with this person too, but they are not a player. Okay? And I do think you're going to have insecurities and trust issues. It's going to take a little bit of time to gain that confidence to see, but you're going to see everything very clearly. You're going to make yourself clear too to this person. It's time for you to move along, nothing to see. So I really wish you the best. You're moving. This could take a little time. I see dating and courting multiple people, calling out players, cutting them out, not wasting your time. So you're not going to let anyone waste your time. Yeah, you've wasted enough time with someone here. Yeah, very nice. See a whole new cycle, things going in your favor. This person sees you in a favorable light. Win-win for the two of you. Why? You're going to make decisions together. You're going to spend time together. It's someone who wants to do things with you, whatever makes you happy. Like, whenever you're ready, whenever you're comfortable. There's no pressure from this person. So that's the energy that you're going to take on as well. But you're going to receive. You are going to be cautious. You're not going to give too much. The Empress is always a little cautious. The Empress knows, right? Yeah, hand over the reins. Let this person take the lead. Just prepare. Just keep your life balanced. Keep yourself in that state of preparing. And I do think this is going to kind of come in, and I do think you're going to be ready for it, but I feel like it's kind of like you're in between two worlds yourself, where you're kind of preparing for this person to come in. Do not let this person defeat you and manipulate you again. They've disappointed you enough. Defeat the beast. Take care. Bye for now.